What if you learned that the key to financial freedom isn't just about how much money you make, but how you manage and multiply it? Imagine a world where your financial education could unlock the door to wealth regardless of your starting point. This idea isn't just a fantasy. It's a fundamental principle explored in Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. In our journey through life, we often equate high income with wealth, but is that the whole story? Not quite. It turns out that earning money is just the beginning. The real challenge and opportunity lies in how you handle that money, how you save, invest, and spend. Financial freedom, therefore, isn't just about filling your bank account. It's about enriching your financial intelligence. Rich Dad, Poor Dad introduces us to two contrasting figures. One dad who, despite his education and steady job, struggles financially, and another who uses his financial knowledge to build wealth. This contrast sets the stage for a deeper exploration into the impact of financial education. Let's dive into the contrasting financial lessons from two dads, one rich, one poor, and see what we can learn. Imagine two dads, one a highly educated but financially struggling man, the other a dropout who becomes a multimillionaire. Who would you take financial advice from? Let's delve into the lives of these two pivotal characters from Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. First, there's Poor Dad. He's the epitome of traditional success in education, armed with a college degree and a steady job in the education sector. Despite his academic accolades, Poor Dad often finds himself battling financial instability. His approach to money is conservative: save, avoid risks, and play it safe. On the flip side, we have Rich Dad. Lacking a formal higher education, he ventured into the world of business and investing with little more than street smarts and a daring attitude. Rich Dad views the world of finance through a different lens, seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. His philosophy? Invest in assets, take calculated risks, and focus on generating wealth through avenues that promise returns, like real estate and stocks. These two men not only differ in their financial status, but also in their outlook on money and education. Poor Dad believes in the security of a salaried job and traditional financial advice. Rich Dad, however, champions the cause of financial education, learning about money through real-world experiences and not just from textbooks. These contrasting backgrounds set the foundation for their distinct financial ideologies. Rich Dad, a man of few formal qualifications but vast financial wisdom, what were his secrets? Let's dive into the teachings of Rich Dad, a figure whose financial guidance has left an indelible mark on the philosophy of money management. Rich Dad, unlike many, didn't rely solely on textbook knowledge. He mastered the art of financial independence through practical understanding and strategic foresight. One of the core principles he championed was the importance of investing in assets. Now, when we say assets, we're referring to resources that put money into your pocket. These can be real estate, stocks, bonds, or even intellectual property. Rich Dad taught that the secret to wealth is acquiring these assets, rather than merely accumulating income from a job. Next, let's break down the distinction between assets and liabilities, a fundamental concept often misunderstood. Rich Dad explained that an asset is something that fills your wallet, while a liability empties it. He illustrated this with simple clarity. If you buy a house and it generates rental income, it's an asset. However, if your house only leads to expenses, then it's a liability. This perspective shifts focus from merely buying things to investing in assets that generate ongoing income. Moreover, Rich Dad emphasized the significance of generating passive income. This is the income you earn from investments, requiring little to no daily effort to maintain. Passive income might come from rental properties, dividends from stocks, or royalties from books. The beauty of passive income, as taught by Rich Dad, is that it allows you to grow your wealth, even when you're not actively working. It's about making money work for you, not the other way around. Through these lessons, Rich Dad wasn't just teaching how to save money. He was teaching how to multiply it, how to use it as a tool, a stepping stone to financial freedom. His teachings encourage a proactive approach to wealth accumulation, where your financial growth is not tethered to the number of hours you work. Rich Dad's approach focuses not just on earning, but on how your money can earn for you. On the other side, we have Poor Dad, whose advice is more traditional. But where does that lead? Poor Dad, a figure deeply ingrained with conventional wisdom, always emphasized the importance of a formal education. He believed that higher education was the surest path to job security and a comfortable life. Go to school, get good grades, and find a secure job, he would say. This mantra shaped his entire financial outlook, firmly planting the idea that success is a direct result of academic achievement. His approach to finances was equally cautious. For Poor Dad, the financial strategy was all about working for a paycheck and saving a small portion of it. Investing was often seen as risky, and he preferred to keep his hard-earned money in savings accounts, despite the low returns. This play-it-safe attitude extended to his career as well, where he advocated staying with a single employer and climbing the corporate ladder slowly and steadily. Poor Dad also stressed the importance of buying a house, seeing it as the ultimate financial achievement. Yet, he often warned against other forms of investing, concerned about the potential for loss more than the possibilities for passive income or substantial wealth accumulation. Despite his best intentions, Poor Dad's advice often leads to financial dependency rather than freedom. His cautious principles, while safe, tended to limit potential growth and encouraged a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, always relying on the next one to come. Did you know that emotions can drive or drown your financial decisions? It's a powerful question that Robert Kiyosaki explores in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, particularly focusing on the emotions of fear and desire. These emotions, he argues, are pivotal in shaping our financial destinies. Let's dive into how fear often manifests in financial contexts. Fear of losing money, fear of not having enough in the future, or fear of stepping out of comfort zones can paralyze us. It leads many to cling to what they perceive as safe, like a steady paycheck, regardless of its potential to meet future needs or aspirations. This fear can prevent individuals from investing in opportunities that, though potentially more risky, could lead to greater financial independence and wealth. Desire, on the other hand, can be just as tricky. It often translates into a craving for immediate gratification, bigger houses, newer cars, the latest gadgets, regardless of whether we can afford them or not. Kiyosaki points out that this desire can lead to accumulating liabilities, not assets. Here's the twist. What you might think of as an asset, like your primary residence, can actually be a liability if it's pulling more money out of your pocket than it puts in. Both emotions, fear and desire, feed into a cycle of poor financial choices where the immediate emotion-driven wants overshadow long-term wealth-building strategies. The result? A financial situation that's often precarious and stressful. But it's not all doom and gloom. Understanding the emotional influences on our financial decisions can lead to profound changes in how we manage our money. It starts with recognizing these emotions and questioning the decisions they're pushing us towards. Are we avoiding an investment due to unfounded fears? Are we purchasing something because of a temporary desire rather than a genuine need? By mastering these emotions, we can start to make more calculated decisions that align with our financial goals and lead towards true financial freedom. This mastery over our emotional impulses is crucial for anyone looking to transform their financial health and create a legacy of wealth. Mastering your emotions could be your first step towards mastering your finances. Empowerment is knowledge, and in the realm of finance, this couldn't be truer. Imagine living in a world where your financial decisions are not dictated by necessity, but driven by choice. This is the world Robert Kiyosaki envisions in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a world where financial literacy isn't just an advantage, it's a must-have. The core message of Kiyosaki's book is simple yet profound. Understanding money, how it works, how to manage it, and how to invest it is fundamental to achieving financial freedom. We often think of literacy as the ability to read and write, but financial literacy is about reading and understanding the economic forces that affect our lives and writing our own financial success stories. Kiyosaki stresses that the lack of financial education is the root of many money-related struggles. He argues that to navigate the complexities of investing, saving, and even earning, one must first understand the basic principles of finance. The book illuminates a path away from financial insecurity and toward a life where your assets work for you, rather than you working tirelessly for them. Kiyosaki's teachings encourage us to shift our mindset from one of passive income reception to active income generation. This means learning to identify opportunities where our money can grow independently of our direct labor. Moreover, Rich Dad, Poor Dad does more than just advocate for financial education. It encourages a revolution in our thinking. It reminds us that in the game of money, the informed are the ones who thrive. By educating ourselves about finance, we not only improve our own lives, but also empower ourselves to make informed decisions that can lead to long-term wealth and stability. So, whether you're a seasoned investor or a newcomer to the world of finance, consider this an invitation to explore the depths of financial literacy. Dive into the principles that Kiyosaki discusses and start on your path to financial empowerment. After all, the most powerful investment you can make is in yourself. As Kiyosaki teaches, don't work for money, have money work for you. So, what can we take away from the Rich Dad's and the Poor Dad's teachings? As we've explored, the perspectives of Rich Dad and Poor Dad offer contrasting views on money management. Rich Dad emphasizes the importance of acquiring assets that produce income, understanding the difference between assets and liabilities, and the power of financial education. Poor Dad, in contrast, often focused on earning through traditional employment and the security it provides. Moreover, we delved into how emotions can significantly sway financial decisions, underlining the need for emotional intelligence in financial literacy. Remember, rethinking your approach to money is the first step towards building a wealthier future. Which dad's lessons will you follow?